for about 9 years now. But the thing is, I'm 25. So we've been dating since we were like 16, 17 years old. So it's basically all I've ever known. So look, Steve, I'm very vocal. So one day I just asked him, do you think about marriage? And he gave me this real harsh and dry answer, no. So that upset me. But for him, it's like, we're...
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. It's a new day. We thank the good Lord it's a new day. So good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. It's me, WGNI Channel, One Life, Many Seasons. We got something interesting here. We're talking relationships here, dating. And we got to do it right. You dating 9 years, and you still don't have a ring, and you're still questioning what you're doing. You need to cut it off. That's all I'll tell you. You need to cut it off. He is not serious about you, and he has other plans, irrespective of what he's told you. And you're 25, still so young. You need to cut it off, go your way, let him go his way, live your life.
Young and he wants to be financially secure first. And I get that because I do too. But I just feel like we can do and we can grow as a married couple. So now that his business is doing well, he's like, well, we should get a house. I think we should get a house. And that's just backwards to me. So my question is, should I be concerned and am I too invested at this age?
Are you too what?
Invested in the relationship.
I mean, it's the relationship you're in.
Right.
How can you be too invested? You've been with the same dude since you were 16?
Yes.
I mean, there's no such thing as too invested.
Well, people just say that because of the age. Like, people always put an age on love and, oh, you too young, you don't know this or that. But it's just like the love is there.
So...
Why are you worried about what people are saying? What do you care what other people are saying? But I do understand. She's still quite immature. Still very young. They started dating at 16, and now she's 25. I do understand, though, the young man, at that age, talking marriage, maybe something too heavy for him to understand. And even the girl herself, especially given the type of society we live in today. But one thing I would say, though, even if you have to date someone at that age, my only advice, just make sure you're not messing around. You're not having any sexual relationship. You are not sleeping with them. You are not having sex with them. Do not. Keep yourself. Focus on the main things. Focus on building each other. Try to see if this is the person you want to have a future with. And even then, you're not supposed to have sex until you get married anyway. So if you date right, it won't matter. Because I could almost tell you they probably have been sleeping together, which makes it difficult for her to just cut it off. And to me, that's where the problem is. Make it easy for you. At that age, you still got a whole lot of life ahead of you. You don't want something like that to kind of mess things up for you. So that's always my advice. Especially young people dating and older ones. Regardless, let's do it right. Go to school, date someone, go on dates with them, date them, court them, get engaged, get married before you start getting all the benefits of marriage. And that applies to even adults. You find out some adults in a relationship are wondering what's going on. What are we? To me, when you have to start explaining and getting explanations on what the status of the relationship is, something is already off. That should have been established even from the onset. When you start dating, going on dates and dating someone, when I mean dating, when you become exclusive, those are the conversations you should be having. Not having sex and then trying to talk. No, you talk first. And then you get the union blessed officially. And then you can do other things. And that's why we have so many relationship issues. Because we're doing things in the reverse. People meet first, they sleep with each other, and then they want to have conversations. No, that's doing it wrong. Keep yourselves. Keep yourselves. You will see the benefit later on. Let's keep watching this.
You want to be married?
Yes, sir.
And he said no.
He said he wasn't thinking about it at the moment. Is what
That's
he
what that
explained.
means.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. You want to get married? I ain't thinking about it right now.
So yes. Mm-hmm.
There
Yeah,
goes
so
the
you
lack
wanna
of
get married,
maturity
he
again.
doesn't.
Yes.
So you have every right, first of all, to want the things in your life that you want.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with what you want.
Right.
So now you have to put what you want on hold until he comes around. But then he says, let's buy a house. Mm-hmm. Well, whose house the name gonna be in? You know, if you're doing all this, look, if you're willing to buy a house with a woman, come on. What else is it? That's the largest investment purchase you could make. I mean, ain't nothing bigger than the house.
Right.
If you're willing to go that with a lady, I don't even understand. You know, I don't know if you up to this, but sometimes I tell women you have to issue a soft ultimatum.
Okay.
Sometimes you just have to say, look, listen, I love you. You're the man of my dreams. You're everything I've ever wanted. So here's what I want to feel whole and complete. Mm-hmm. And when you're ready to make that type of commitment and that move, call me and let me know.
Okay.
In the meantime, I'm just gonna do me. Now, it doesn't mean you're gonna see other men.
Okay.
It just means you just gonna do you.
Okay.
And just kind of, sometimes we need a little nudge.
It's a lot of nudging.
What do you mean?
Cause Steve, like he knows what I want. I know what he wants. I know that he loves me. So I just don't understand what's all of this pausing for.
Well, look, when he says he wants to get financially stronger, a man is not kidding about that. Mm-hmm. But if he's talking about buying a house, you got to be smart to our game now. Is to saying, hey, let's buy a house, is that to hold you? Is that to give you a little something so you quit talking about the bigger something? I mean, we dudes, we only do a certain way. I'm not guessing this is what he's doing. I know this is what he's doing. Because we men, this is how we operate. We don't do anything for no reason. Nothing. Nothing. We tell you we love you, it's for a reason. We go down there and rub your feet, it's for a reason.
I don't totally agree with Steve right there, because I do tell my wife I love her for no reason, because I do love my wife. So I don't totally agree with that, but I do understand what he's trying to say. You know, when, especially I'm assuming he's talking about people that are not in committed relationships, like a marriage, people that are trying to date other people, and, you know, they say anything to get anything. So I do get what he's saying from that regard. But, yeah, I really feel, you know, somehow I don't know what it is, but I just feel like this girl is about to be disappointed, because obviously this young man doesn't know what he's doing, is so young, and she's really so positive about, you know, the whole relationship. He loves me, I love him, and the reality is, when a man loves you, again, he's 25, so I'm not even sure if I really would consider him knowing what he wants. But for a fully grown man, a mature man, you don't need to tell him If he loves you enough and wants to spend the rest of his life with you, he'll let you know. You don't need to ask him. If you are asking a man the status of your relationship, what are we doing? What is this that we got? Something is already wrong. Something is off. He doesn't want it. He doesn't want that relationship, but doesn't know how to tell you because he may not want to hurt you. So he starts acting funny and not very responsive, with the hopes that maybe you will call it off yourself. But if he doesn't really care, he probably would just not maybe ghost you or something or whatever he has to do. But if it's just, maybe he's afraid of the confrontation of all the years you guys have spent together or the time you guys have spent together, and he doesn't want to tell you because he feels like he doesn't want to hurt you. So he starts acting funny, not being present, just making excuses for stuff. But when a man sees what he wants and he's around what he wants, he'll let you know. You wouldn't have to ask him.
Everything has a reason. And so you have to start developing ways to cope with it.
Okay.
So that your little soft ultimatum is going to make him go, because he's never heard that before.
Right.
So he go, wait a minute, what you mean you going to go do you? I'm just going to do me for a while. Mm-hmm. Let's just, take it easy until you're ready for me, because I'm ready for you.
Okay, I'm going to try that, Steve.
Marjorie did it to me.
Okay.
I've had it done to me.
Don't try, little girl, young lady. Just do it.
I'm telling you what works.
Okay.
If you the chick of his dreams, like I think you are,
Okay.
like she was to me, and she walked out of my apartment one night with her roller bag, heard me talking on the phone to another girl when we had just started talking, and I was just, trying to peel them off slowly, and she just said, until you peel them off, I love you, Steve, but I'm going to Memphis. And when you're ready for what I want, you have every right. You just got divorced, so if you're not ready for me, it's okay. I'll be in Memphis. I had a flip phone back then. I took that flip phone, 3 o'clock in the morning, snapped it in half, threw it on the floor, told her to never happen again. Got up the next morning, went to Verizon, got a brand new phone number. Ain't no more contacting me. Shut it down, and I gave her exactly what she wanted. A year later, we was married. All right?
Thank you, Steve.
All right.
Steve Harvey. Just to wrap this up, I think Steve said it all, and I hope that young lady takes that advice and does something about it. But the only other thing I wanted to add to it is, sometimes, again, because, the young man or a man may not be able to articulate exactly what they want, in essence, that they don't want the relationship. You don't want to get yourself in a situation where they now respond to your advances and questions about, are we going to get married? And then they say, okay, here's a ring. You don't want to get a ring because you asked. It's better off for him to ask you without you asking him to ask you. See how crazy that sounds? So you've only been dating for 9 years. You've been dating for 9 years, and you expecting that you be getting the ring. What you don't want is for him to go get the ring because you're asking, and then you were engaged for another 9 years. Which, in my opinion, is just too long. It doesn't take that long. It doesn't take a man that long to figure out who he wants to spend his life with, or the lady he wants as his lady. It doesn't take that long. I don't really want to put a timeline on it, but I have to say, having an idea, I don't want to say for sure, but having an idea that, you know what, I could see myself with, if you're having real serious conversations, for me, it doesn't take but a few weeks and few months. You kind of know if there's a potential here, right? So all this 9 years, I'm still trying to figure out if this is what I want. Nonsense. Let me know what you think. If you're new here, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. If this is your first time, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And for those part of the family already, thank you for your support. Thank you so, so much. We're about to wrap this up. Please put your comments in the comment section below. Let's have the discussion. We like to remind ourselves, first, while we do this, we're doing this to have fun and to spread positivity into this chaotic world. And more importantly, we like to remind ourselves that we remember we got one life with many seasons. God bless you, and I'll see you soon. You take care now. Bye-bye.